Good Erev Shabbos PJC. I hope everyone is healthy and has had a meaningful week. Obviously, we remain in this strange status quo of not knowing exactly what's coming down in the future or when we will be back together. But I am hopeful. There is definitely a lot of reason to be hopeful that life continues to adjust, continues to trend towards more opportunities for us to see each other and get together, more opportunities for us, Mirza Hashem, please God, in the right time for us to get back together and pray with one another and for one another. We begin a new book this week. Sefer Bamidbar begins with Parshas Bamidbar, within which is contained a lot of the most critical, the most interesting, the most famous stories in the Torah. Fundamentally, Bamidbar is about a journey, the journey that the Jewish people take to understanding what it's going to take to get to the promised land. It's not a simple journey. There's ups and there's downs. There's unexpected challenges. There's plagues and there are rebellions. The journey is very tough. Sefer Bamidbar presents for us a model of what resilience is supposed to look like, both in terms of Moshe Rabbeinu, in terms of leadership, in terms of what it means to be a community. The Ramban says that Bamidbar begins with a description of how the Jewish people journeyed, that they journeyed with the Mishkan at the center, with the Mishkan at the heart of their encampment, for them to know that they each surround this Mishkan. They each have an equal relationship to the Mishkan. They each live equidistant from the Mishkan. And their heart, their spiritual center, their spiritual anchor is available and at the center of what their lives are. Right? The Mishkan is placed not outside the camp. It's not placed to the side of the camp. Their Mishkan is placed at the center of the camp. Even though plenty of days passed by where they were not permitted to go to the Mishkan, even the Kohanim themselves were very often not permitted to enter this Mishkan. Just as we today are not permitted to enter our shul, it was so critically important that the Jewish people know that there was a Mishkan at their center, that they know that there was a spiritual lave, there was a spiritual heart at the center of their community. We are blessed to be sharing in the building of this beautiful community. Each week that goes by, I get more messages and enjoy hearing how people are remaining resilient, how people are really deeply connecting with one another. Obviously, the ability to socialize with each other in a socially distant and appropriate way is an important one. I ask that you continue to reach out to each other, to call each other before Shabbos, to call someone you haven't spoken to in a month, in 2 months, someone you haven't seen in 3 months at this point. Remain resilient, remain connected, and always remember that at our heart, at our center, we are blessed to have a Mishkan. We are blessed to have this beautiful community. Wishing everyone a Shabbat Shalom, wishing everyone a good and healthy and restful and inspiring Shabbos, apart but together.